I'm Franz. This is Andy.
Hey, everybody.
And this is your exciting November 2024 Town Hall for Concrete CMS. Here we are. All the news you can use on what's going on with Concrete. So, reasonably light month. So if you've got questions, I would urge you to ask them soon so we can address them, because we're going to blast through this stuff and get back to work. But I guess first news, we did some releases last week. Andy, you want to talk about anything that's in the last batch of releases?
Yeah, absolutely. So last week we released 936, and then quickly thereafter we released 937. So whenever that happens, you can be pretty certain that the second release doesn't have too much different than the first one, just maybe some fixes for some things that we let slip through in the first release. So no huge major security issues fixed, but just some nice things there. So if you upgraded to 936, definitely make that extra leap to 937. Otherwise, you might have some issues with your file manager, something like that. But yeah, in 936, we added some new features. We added some nice little updates here and there. Yeah, definitely check those out, and we look forward to keep delivering updates to 9.3 for the foreseeable future. Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, nothing major, just quality of life stuff. No huge security issues to fix. So just our standard monthly release cycle. All right. I think that's the news I have. I don't have anything dramatic happening in the Concrete community right now. Things are kind of, proceeding forward full speed as predicted. But I do want to take a moment to thank everybody as part of the open source project. We are here on the backs of many others, and we're always very thankful that we've been able to make something bigger than just ourselves. And that really comes down to all of you watching this. So thank you for caring about Concrete and using it to express your ideas online. And we like to shout out people who have contributed code or logged issues or helped one another in the forums or documentation. And certainly not a exhaustive list, but we try to hit some of the people that jumped out at us in the last month. So Andy, do you want to roll with the handle read down?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to everyone who submitted code that made its way into releases this month. That includes Dimger, WTFLM, Svante Arvidsson, Hishi, M. Locati, John the Fish, Marco Chioni, J Bender Zero, and Sasha MCR. And thank you to Nick Radering, M. Locati, Axel Hahn, Heflemy, CCMN Lil, Yizak, Morier, MC59550, Hamed Duragi, Gudig, Svante Arvidsson, Hishi, and A. Jenkins Dev for bringing issues to our attention. That's also very much appreciated. And thank you to Lemon Brain for documentation. That is a extremely important part of an open source project. And I also wanted to do a special shout out, already did it, but definitely special shout out this month to M. Locati. He has been going nuts in GitHub over the last 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like you must be working on some kind of very specific project and running up against some limitations of Concrete. And it is much appreciated when we get those things fixed and we get updates and improvements to things like multilingual and export and stuff like that. So it's clear that you're working on something big, and when you contribute back, it is much appreciated. So thank you to everyone, and looking forward to another release real soon.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, as we're going, there we go. Boom. McKelly, you're welcome. Thank you. Checking with the PRB. Let's see what else is coming up from the marketplace stuff.
I'm John the Fish, and welcome to the Marketplace News. Our first add-on this month is Simple Configurator by Fabian Bitter. This is a very specialised kind of form builder for building configuration forms. For example, you could design a form to help someone specify the details on a car they wanted to purchase, where the form would ask about the colour, the level of trim, various optional extras, size of motor, and things like that. Simple Configurator includes dashboard pages for designing these forms, a front-end block to display the forms, and then a dashboard page for managing form results. Simple Configurator is $100 in the marketplace. Now we have a trio of themes from the folks at Portland Labs. There is Bebop Burst, Bold Borders, and Harbour Hues. Each theme has its own distinct styling, and all of them have half a dozen variations of colour scheme within the theme. All are $35 in the marketplace. That's all from me, so over to Noor for the rest of the news.
Thank you, John. Hello, Concrete CMS friends and fans. Our next 3 packages by developer DWeb Makers all belong together. The first one, Donations, is a, you guessed it, donations application. It lets you set up a donations form on your website using one of several payment methods. The blog gives you control over amounts requested, data and information collected, and the payment method offered. By default, donations only comes with an invoice payment method. So if you want to actually collect money, you will have to use one of the other 2 packages. The first one offers the pay payments method, and the second one offers Molly. These 2 are actually both multi-payment method tools. You'll have access to payment methods such as Ideal, largely used in the Netherlands, debit cards, SEPA direct debit, digital wallets, and more. And for each method, a bunch of banks and processors to choose from. The differences between Molly and Pay are that Pay is specially adapted to the Dutch market, while Molly is more widely European. Fees are also different, and Molly has a reputation for a simple and transparent fee structure. The app doesn't give you control over which payment methods are active within the 2 systems. By activating one or the other, or both, you are offering your users the full range of methods and banks available. Donations costs $60 in the marketplace, while both Pay and Molly payment methods are free. And that's it for this month. Thank you, and until next time, take care.
You take care too. Thanks so much, guys. Great
Thank
to see
you.
that stuff coming in, getting approved. New
Cool.
apps being built on top of Concrete. Looks nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are just blazing right through. We've reached the last little segment of our town hall, which is where we actually talk about a concrete site that exists out there in the wild. And usually I make Jess drive while I blabber, but here we go. Add to stage. Boom. California Secretary of State's website. So this is all built with concrete. Pretty important site in recent weeks.
Gotten some traffic, I think. It's got a little bit of traffic. A little.
Yeah, I can probably actually show that. Let me see if I can find that graph and show it in a safe and sane way here. Let's see, what can I tell you about the California Secretary of State website? There are dozens of admins, obviously millions of page views, and quite a few pages on the site. There is multilingual working. They've kind of got a blended model where they've created different pages for specific languages, and then they've also used multilingual to kind of handle Spanish with the built-in 2-language tree stuff. And then we're actually working with them on how do we kind of do a blended model where you might be able to kind of automatically generate translations, but then also kind of override them with ones that you care about yourself. So a lot of complexity there. As you would imagine, lots of forms and tabs and interactivity with content that kind of goes pretty deep. And a platform that they've been able to use to really quickly empower different program owners to get their content up on the website without having to funnel it through single people. You can really kind of own your own space if you're one of these groups inside the California Secretary of State. And what I can't show you is that they have enjoyed using the site so much that they've actually rebuilt their intranet with Concrete as well. So they have an internal site that kind of houses all their resources for how they get their jobs done, and be able to use the same tools for managing their public information site as they do their internal information site, which I think is probably pretty valuable to them. And of course, we manage the hosting for this. So it's very safe and compliant and secure and follows best practices that we've learned in working with the Department of Defense. And I can proudly tell you that we had no security or performance issues during last week of excitement. And if I upload a file, maybe, let's see. Oh no, how do can I just show a ping? How hard would that be? Slides, share screen. I guess I'll share screen. Let's see if I can find how to do this. Apologies, everybody. Make sure that I'm sharing what I actually want to share. Get this up on something. What if I put this in here? I can show you the kind of spikes of traffic that you get when you're dealing with a U.S. government. Here we go. Share screen, and maybe that'll work. We'll see. What's happening? Are we seeing it?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Like that's a 10x spike in traffic during the election. You can see kind of as we come up to it during a little bit of excitement, and then hua. So just
requests per second, no joke, no joke there.
Yes, spiking above 200. So definitely a big boy problem or big girl problem, and something that you can absolutely handle with Concrete if you manage your staff well. So if you have these kinds of challenges, you should reach out to us, and we can make sure that you have a smooth experience. All right. That is the news as I've got it in the land of Concrete. I hope you all have, wherever you are, if you're in the States, I hope you have a pleasant Thanksgiving. If you're not, I hope you have a delightful local harvesty end of year wrap up type seasonal thing that happens in your part of the world. And that you all find time to be thoughtful and kind and nice to one another and try to make the world a better place. Awesome. Well, we'll talk to you guys next month. Thanks so much. See you later.
Yeah, thanks everybody.